Coaching. It is one of the best institutes for IAS and PCS coaching in Lucknow. This is the address and this is the contact number. So you can contact them for getting further guidance for your preparation. So hello everyone. In this video, we'll do the daily current affairs analysis of the news items which are in news on 4th October 2021. So the topics which we will discuss today are the UN Security Council, about its provisions, and what are the functions of UNSC, and why India is demanding a permanent seat in the United Nations Security Council. We see. Next is the draft electricity rights of consumers amendment rules 2021, and next is the how does the election commission decide on party symbols. Next is Jal Jeevan Mission. Next topic we will discuss is the inner line permit. Which are the states which have the provisions of the inner line permit? What are the various criteria to decide whether a state will be there in the ILP criterion or not? Next is the gaming disorder and the International Coffee Day 2021, and also the Brahmaputra Heritage Center. So the first topic in news is the United Nations Security Council. It is important for GS paper 2, and topic is important international institutions, agencies and fora, their structure and mandate. So why it is in news? North Korea has warned the United Nations Security Council against criticizing the isolated country's missile program. So what the issue? North Korea has warned the UNSC about the consequences it will bring in the future in case it tries to encroach upon the sovereignty of North Korea. It has accused the United Nations body of a double dealing standard because it doesn't equally take issue with similar weapons tests by the US and its allies. Background: after a 6-month hiatus, North Korea resumed missile tests in September, launching newly developed missiles, including nuclear-capable weapons that place South Korea and Japan within their striking distances. And that is why US is particularly concerned about this, because Japan is a peace station for United Nations, for United States of America, USA, in the Far East. Okay, so that is why USA is particularly concerned about the recent missile tests done by North Korea, because through these missiles, North Korea has a direct access of attack to Japan and South Korea. Okay, so next is the present scenario. Under multiple United Nations Security Council resolutions, North Korea is banned from engaging in any ballistic missile activities as the country aims to mount nuclear weapons on its ballistic missiles. About UNSC, so the United Nations Charter established 6 main organs of the United Nations, including the United Nations Security Council, UNSC. The Security Council has the power to make decisions that member states are then obligated to implement under the Charter. Permanent and non-permanent members. The UNSC is composed of 15 members, 5 permanent and 10 non-permanent members. So what are the permanent members? They are the USA, United Kingdom, China, France, and uh, okay, so each year the General Assembly elects 5 non-permanent members for a 2-year term. About the Security Council presidency, the presidency of the council is held by each of the members in turn for 1 month, following the English alphabetical order of the member states' names. It rotates among the 15 member states of the council monthly. The head of the country's delegation is known as the President of the United Nations Security Council. The President serves to coordinate actions of the Council, decide policy disputes, and sometimes functions as a diplomat or intermediary between conflicting groups. About UNSC reforms. Reforms of the United Nations Security Council encompasses 5 key issues: categories of membership, the question of the veto held by the 5 permanent members, who are the USA, UK, United Kingdom, France, China, and Russia. Okay, So regional representation, the size of an enlarged council and its working methods, and the Security Council General Assembly relationship. Case for permanent membership of India in UNSC. India is the founding member of the UN. Most significantly, India has almost twice the number of peacekeepers deployed on the ground than by P5 countries. India is also the largest democracy and second most populous country. India's acquired status of a nuclear weapons state in May 1998 also makes India a natural claimant as a permanent member, similar to the existing permanent members who are all nuclear weapon states. India is the undisputed leader of the third world countries as reflected by its leadership role in non-aligned movement and G7 grouping. So prelims thought topics are about UNSC, its members, election, functions of UNSC, about the UNSC presidency, and about the UN Charter. The source of this news is The Hindu. Next is the draft Electricity Rights of Consumers Amendment Rules 2021. It is important for GS paper 3. Topic is infrastructure energy. Why it is in news? The draft Electricity Rights of Consumers Amendment Rules 2021 were recently published on September 30, 2021. This draft amendment introduces some key additions and revisions to the Electricity Rights of Consumers Rules 2020. Overview of the new rules. Distribution licenses should ensure 24 by 7 uninterrupted power supply to all consumers so that there is no requirement of running diesel generating DC sets. The Electricity Regulatory Commission could consider a separate reliability charge for the distribution company if it required funds for investment in infrastructure. The State Electricity Regulatory Commission should also make a provision of penalty in case the standards laid down are not met by the distribution company. Electricity Rights of Consumers Rules 2020. These rules serve to empower consumers with rights that would allow them to access continuous supply of quality and reliable electricity. The following areas are covered under the rules: rights of consumers and obligations of distribution licenses, release of new connection and modification in existing connection, metering arrangement, billing and payment, disconnection and reconnection, reliability of supply, consumer as consumer, standards of performance of licensee, compensation mechanism, call center for consumer services, grievance redressal mechanism. Key provisions: states will have to implement these rules and DISCOMs will be held more accountable for issues like delays in provisioning and renewing connections of electricity. They are also obligated to provide round the clock electricity to consumers as per the Ministry of Power. To ensure compliance, the government will apply penalties that will be credited to the consumer's account. There are certain exceptions to these rules, especially where use for agricultural purposes is concerned. Background: electricity is a concurrent list, seventh schedule subject, and the central government has the authority and the power to make laws on it. Prelim Thortlim topics: electricity under the seventh schedule. Subjects under seventh schedule. What happens when a state's laws is in conflict with center's law? So source of this news is Down to Earth magazine. How does the election commission decide on party symbols? It is important for GS paper 3 and topic is separation of powers between various organs, dispute redressal mechanisms and institutions. So why it is in news? The Election Commission of India has frozen the bungalow election symbol of the Lok Janshakti Party (LJP) so that neither of the two factions of the party will be able to use it in the coming assembly by-elections for the Kusheshwar Asthan and Tarapur seats in Bihar. Background: this is not something new. Over the last few years, two other prominent cases of party sting followed by a tussle over the election symbol have been seen with regard to Samajwadi Party cycle and AIADMK, two leads in 2017. Firstly, how are symbols allotted to political parties? As per the guidelines, To get a symbol allotted, a party or candidate has to provide a list of three symbols from the Election Commission's three symbols list at the time of filing nomination papers. Among them, one symbol is allotted to the party or candidate on a first come, first served basis. When a recognized political party splits, the Election Commission takes the decision on assigning the symbol. Powers of Election Commission. The Election Symbols Reservation and Allotment Order 1968 empowers the Election Commission to recognize political parties and allot symbols. Under paragraph 15 of the order, it can decide disputes among rival groups or sections of a recognized political party staking claim to its name and symbol. The EC is also the only authority to decide issues on a dispute or a merger. The Supreme Court upheld its validity in Sadiq Ali and Another versus ECI in 1971. How many types of symbols are there? As per the Election Symbols Reservation and Allotment Amendment Order 2017, party symbols are either reserved. 8 national parties and 64 state parties across the country have reserved symbols or free. The Election Commission also has a pool of nearly 200 free symbols that are allotted to the thousands of unrecognized political parties that pop up before elections. What are the Election Commission's powers in a dispute over the election symbol when a party splits? On the question of a split in a political party outside the legislature, para 15 of the Symbols Order 1968 states, when the Commission is satisfied that there are rival sections or groups of a recognized political party, each of whom claims to be that party, the Commission may decide that one such rival section or group or none of such rival sections or groups is that recognized political party, and the decision of the Commission shall be binding on all such rival sections or groups. This applies to disputes in recognized national and state parties like the LJP in this case. For splits in registered but unrecognized parties, the EC usually advises the varying sections to resolve their differences internally or to approach the court. Before 1968, the EC issued notifications and executive orders under the Conduct of Election Rules 1968. Prelims hot link. Uh, Recognition of political parties. What are the state parties and national parties? Benefits for recognized parties. Who assigns party symbols? What are the types? Who decides on issues related to merger of political parties? Article 226 is related to. The source of this news is The Hindu. Next is the Jal Jeevan Mission. It is important for GS paper 3 and topic is conservation related issues. So why it is in news? Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a newly designed Jal Jeevan Mission JJM mobile application on October 2, 2021 on Gandhi Jayanti. The app would enable anyone to fund provision of tap water in rural parts of India. About the Jal Jeevan Mission, JJM envisages supply of 55 liters of water per person per day to every rural household through functional household tap connections (FHTC) by 2024. It is under the Ministry of Jal Shakti. It was launched in 2019. The mission ensures the functionality of existing water supply systems and water connections, water quality monitoring and testing, as well as sustainable agriculture, conjunctive use of conserved water, drinking water source augmentation, drinking water supply system, grey water treatment, and its use. It also encompasses prioritizing provision of FHTCs in quality affected areas, villages in drought prone and desert areas, Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana, SAGY villages, etc. Providing functional tap connection to schools, Anganwadi centers, Gram Panchayat buildings, health centers, wellness centers, and community buildings. Technological interventions for removal of contaminants where water quality is an issue. Implementation. The mission is based on a community approach to water and includes extensive information, education, and communication as a key component of the mission. JJM looks to create a Jan Andolan for water, thereby making it everyone's priority. The fund sharing pattern between the center and states is 90 is to 10 for Himalayan and northeastern states, 50 is to 50 for other states, and 100% for union territories. Performance of the scheme. As on date, tap water supply has been provided in 7,72,076% schools and 7,48,067.5% Anganwadi centers. So, prelims hotline topics are mission goal, implementation, and fund allocation. Source of this news is The Hindu. Next is the inner line permit. GS paper 2. The topic is government policies and interventions for development in various sectors and issues arising out of their design and implementation. So why it is in news? In a bid to reopen the tourism sector, the Arunachal Pradesh government has decided to withdraw suspension on issuing ILP and protected area permit to travelers as the COVID-19 situation in the northeastern state is under control. What is an ILP? It is a document required by non-natives to visit or stay in a state that is protected under the ILP system. At present, four northeastern states are covered, namely Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Manipur, and Nagaland. So this is particularly important for prelims. Inner line permit is also mandatory for entering into Lakshadweep. Both the duration of stay and the areas allowed to be accessed for any non-native are determined by the ILP. The ILP is issued by the concerned state government and can be availed both by applying online or in person. An ILP is only valid for domestic tourists. Rationale behind the Inner Line Permit is an extension of the Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation Act 1873. After the British occupied the northeast, the colonizers started exploiting the region and its resources for economic benefits. They first started tea plantations and oil industries in Brahmaputra Valley. The indigenous tribes living in the hill areas would regularly conduct raids into the plains to loot and plunder, marauding the tea gardens, oil rigs, and trading posts set up by the British East India Company. It was in this context that the BEFR 1873 was promulgated. Prelims hotline topics are map-based questions involving northeastern states, northeastern state and their international neighbors. So this is the map of the northeastern region. You can have a look at these states and their neighboring areas. And remember, it can be asked in prelims. Okay, the source of this news is The Hindu. Next is gaming disorder. It is taken from The Hindu and it is a prelim specific topic. So gaming disorder is defined in the 11th revision of the International Classification of Diseases (ICD) as a pattern of gaming behavior, digital gaming or video gaming characterized by impaired control over gaming, increasing priority given to gaming over other activities to the extent that gaming takes precedence over other interests and daily activities, and the communication or escalation of gaming despite the occurrence of negative consequences. So, we have seen that because of the COVID pandemic, the schools have closed, and that is why the students, particularly the children who are below the age of 18 or 16 years of age, they are particularly attracted more towards this gaming thing. Okay, so that is particularly a very crucial thing which impacts their brain negatively, and their cognitive skills are also compromised. So that is why there has been an enhanced thrust to control this issue, and that is why this gaming disorder topic has been in news recently. So background of this news is WHO released the 11th revision of the International Classification of Diseases (ICD) in mid 2018. What is ICD? So ICD is nothing but the International Classification of Diseases, is the identification of health trends and statistics globally and the international standard for reporting diseases and health conditions. So it is used by medical practitioners around the world to diagnose conditions related to the diseases, various diseases. So next is the International Coffee Day 2021. It is a prelims related topic, a prelims specific topic, and the objective is to identify the plight of the farmers of coffee beans and expressing our love for the aromatic drink. First initiated in Japan, it was officially declared as the International Coffee Day in 2015. Significance of the day: International Coffee Organization, set up in 1963 in London, first declared International Coffee Day on October 1, 2015. Since then, this day is celebrated all over the world. So you have to keep the states which are the highest producing coffee states in India. You have to keep that in mind, and also the global countries which produce, export, and import the highest share of coffee in the world. You have to remember that also. So next is the Brahmaputra related news. So the bungalow is used to be Brahmaputra Heritage Center has been opened in a bungalow which was used to be the 17th century military office of the home rulers. So it was called Bar Fukanakar Tila, meaning Bar Fukan's hillock. Bar Fukan was a post equivalent to Governor General created by a home king Pratap Simha or Hussein Gupta 1603 to 1641. The hillock by the Brahmaputra, mentioned in ancient scriptures as Mandrachal, was from where a home general, Lachit Barphukan, launched the Battle of Sarai Ghat in March 1671 to inflict the most crushing defeat on the Mughals. Sarai Ghat is regarded as the greatest naval battle ever fought in the river. So that's all in this video. Thank you so much for watching this analysis video. Have a nice day.